Okay, so we have just completed, the first half of 2023. So what is going on in the real estate market here in Tulsa, Oklahoma and our surrounding suburbs, and what's going on nationally. The headlines have continuously been wrong since 2020. And so we're still having to really rely on data as opposed to headlines to show where the market's at. So I'm going to do what I do every month, and I'm going to dive into our local Tulsa data. I'm going to talk about the national real estate market and our local real estate market here in Tulsa. We're actually one of the most affordable areas here in 2023 lately. And so let's look at what is going on with the market. And that is a question that I continually get asked, and it changes so much. Inventory nationwide is down. I want to invite you to look at our local data right now so you can get an accurate view of what's going on this second in the market. If this is your first time to our channel and you want to know everything that there is to know about living in Tulsa, Oklahoma or one of the surrounding suburbs, then tap that little bell notification and subscribe. That way you can be the first to know what's going on in our local Tulsa area real estate market. I'm Sabrina Shaw. I am a local real estate agent here in the Tulsa area. And my team and I get calls every single day from people just like you who need help buying or selling a home in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And let me tell you, we absolutely love it. So, whether you're moving in 9 days, 90 days, 9 months, give us a call, send us a text, shoot us an email, jump on a Zoom call, and we would love to help you make that seamless move to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Okay, so diving right in, I've pulled up Tulsa, Jinx, Broken Arrow, and Bixby. I can only pull up 4 at a time. I also like checking out Owasso too. But let's take a look at average sales price. And I've got it rolling for the past 12 months, and we've got a 3-year view. So in the past 12 months, the average sales price has appreciated 5.4%. Jinx in Tulsa, it's 5.4%. I just got finished with a market update talking about the towns, the cities that were the most affordable in 2023. And I believe Tulsa was number 14. It might have been number 12. But Tulsa is a very, comparatively a very affordable city to live in. And then when you go, into the surrounding suburbs, you see more of the same. So in the past 12 months, Tulsa's appreciated 5.4%. And you've got to remember too, if you remember the headlines, they were saying, there were many, I would say possibly well-informed. I mean, obviously not, but many people in high positions predicting, that the real estate market was going to drop like 20%, like we saw in 2008. I've been telling you from, 2020, 2019, that we weren't in a housing bubble, that we weren't going to see, major home price depreciation. When things started changing a little bit this year, I have said, experts are predicting flat appreciation, slightly below or slightly above, but we have exceeded, expectations here in the Tulsa area and the surrounding suburbs. So if you look at this, Tulsa is 5.4%, Jinx is 9.4%, Broken Arrow is 13.2%, and Bixby is 10.5%. And let me just throw up Owasso in there. Owasso is 12.5%. And if you go and just, like 2022, you can see the average is like what the average sales prices actually were. So really, let's just go, 2020. In Bixby, the average sales price was $273,000. Now it's $406,000. So we have definitely seen that, that appreciation. Let's look at properties that have closed in the past 10 days, trying to just get 100. Okay, so we've got 84 matches. So in the past week and a half. So now I can hit all, and I can do a quick CMA, which will give me more information. And what I'm looking for is this tabulation down here. The minimum list price was $40,000. The max was $1.5 million. So you've got to always remember, when we're doing averages, you've got those outliers, and 40,000 and 1.5, those are outliers. So the average list price was $326. The average sales price was $322. And the sale to list price was 99%. Now, so this is interesting. So remember that sales to list price, and this is Tulsa, is pretty important because when we're thinking of, our offers on a property, a lot of it really does depend on how it's priced. The homes that are priced right within comps are going under contract pretty quickly. Homes that are pushing price or unrealistic on price, they're staying on the market longer. But as an average, 99.3% of list price with a max of 112%. So one house went over 112% or by 12%, and one went as low as 85% of list price. But again, those are, maximums, maxes, and minimums. Again, the outliers. And the median, which is right in the middle, was at 100%. Days on market. Okay, the average days on market was 17 and the median days on market was 6. So in Tulsa, that's under, I think the national average last I read was 43 days. So 17 days on market. So are we seeing homes stay on the market longer? Well, let's go back just a little bit further. Okay, 31 to 36. So approximately a little over a month and 5 days. And I'm only looking at 5 days of data a month ago. So it's June 29th. So roughly we're looking at the week of like May 20th. And May is a strong selling season. Click on those results and check all. And then we do the quick CMA. I want to see what that days on market is. See, look at how that's changed. So, and again, we're dealing with averages, but days on market, 29 days, and now we're down to 17. Median days on market, which remember is the middle, is 8, whereas I think we were at 6 on that last graph. Average list to sell price has still been the same, very close, 99.4. This max, someone did 29% above list price, and this low was 71% below list price. So again, those outliers. But the average is 99.4% are going, with the median right down the middle being 100%. Okay, so that's Tulsa. So let's do that again for Bixby. I'm going to change my criteria. Instead of doing the city of Bixby, I'm going to do Bixby schools, which will encompass, part of Broken Arrow, part of Mounds, part of Jinx. So several towns in there, but let's look. And if we go, a month back, we only have 17 matches. You've got to think Tulsa is much bigger, so we're going to have more data, but we can at least go, those 30 to 40 days back and get just a little bit more. Okay, 30. Okay, and so we're seeing a big difference in the days on market. See, in Bixby, we're averaging 44. So the average is closer with the national average, where I said it was 43 days on market. The median home price is 10. So remember, that's right, down the middle. The minimum sale was 230,000. The max was 1.325 million. And average list to sell price is 98.8%. So down about 1.2% from full price. And the median right down the middle, 99.4%. with the high of 107% and the low of 90%. And if we just go back 2 weeks, let's see how that has changed and how that is looking. And we can see that not much has changed. Okay, so 44 days average, 26, the median has changed, so 26. So we are in line in Bixby as far as days on market. The average is in line with the national average, whereas Tulsa was below. Average sales price is $475. The median sales price is $430. Average list price, so 99.2%, down 0.2% from, a month ago, roughly. And then median being 99. It's still, very strong. Okay, let's take a look at Jinx. And I'll do Jinx school system. And we have 35. And this is the past 2 weeks. Okay, so Jinx is more in line with Tulsa as far as days on market. So average days on market is 17. So, lower than the national average, lower than Bixby, in line with Tulsa. And the median median days on market is 5, with an average sales price of $433,000 and an average list of sales price of 99.1%, with the median being 100%. One reason I will say Bixby's is probably pretty high is because of all the new construction that Bixby has, and those houses are on the market for a lot longer, and that could definitely skew the data. If I wanted to, and if I was really evaluating for someone specifically, I might, clean up some of that to look at it through a different lens, because, on new construction, sometimes the houses will get put on the MLS, like when they're just starting. And a lot of times people don't end up buying until the home is almost finished. So you have more days on market that way. But let's go back and jinx a month. And you've got to also, like, we're in all price ranges. So you can also do this by price range. So we know that, and I'll go through that with you too. We know that the month supply of inventory is definitely tighter in certain price ranges than it is in others. Okay, so a month ago, days on market average was 17 with a median of 10. So we are seeing less days on market now. Average home price, $394,000. Average list of sales price was 98.9%. So that has gone up. So homes are getting less reduced, with the median home price being 99.5%. Okay, and then let's check out Broken Arrow, and then we'll pull up some other stats. Okay, so Broken Arrow, going back a month, because that's already on there. Okay, 63. Okay, here we go. Oh, I should have been showing you this too, these outliers. But average days on market is 35, the median being 7. And look at this. So this is our max, 345 days on market. Our minimum 0 days on market, so this outlier does affect the data, which I know I keep saying, but I just want you to realize that when we're looking, we are speaking in generalities, and there is a way to, just hone it in a lot more, but you need to know specifically what you're looking for. But just being able to read it and, have a handle of what's going on is important. Average sales price in Broken Arrow, $322,000. Average list to sale, 99.8%, almost 100% there. The median was 100%. And then going back 2 weeks, 75 sales in the past 2 weeks. Okay, average days on market 25, median days on market 7. So below that national average and less. Average home price 305%, 99.4% of list price with a median at 100. Okay, so that's giving you an idea of days on market. So in every market except for Bixby, we're under the national average for days on market. And our median, which is our middle, have really been, pretty much in the single digits. So let's look at one other quick market update. Okay, and so here's our last bit of information, and this is the monthly statistics for Tulsa County. So this includes, Bixby, Jinx, Glenpool, several different towns that make up Tulsa County. So in May of 2023, and it's a month behind, so we're looking at May's data. June's data won't come out until July. But so in May of 2023, there were 867 homes that closed, whereas in 2022, there was 1,053. So down closed listings 17%, almost 18%. Pending listings were down as well. May, there were 819 of this year, and last year at this time, there were 946. So that was down 13%. So roughly 30%, less sales than this time last year. But average list price is still up 7.6%. Average sales price is up 5%. Average percent of price to list price, okay, this is interesting and expected, 99.5%. Last year, this time it was 101, almost 102%. But again, that's 99.5% average to list to sales price. And then average days on market increased to 27 in May. And remember, this is Tulsa County. Earlier, we broke that down by school district, and in Tulsa's case, in Tulsa. But last year it was 12 days on market, and this year it's 27 days on market. So homes are staying on the market longer. We've got less sales, not price decreases. Well, yes, there are price decreases, but we're not seeing that average. We're not seeing the price depreciation, and the average percent of selling price to list price is almost at that 100%, but down for sure. Okay, and then the end of month inventory. This is why we're not seeing the depreciation in home sales, is because even though we were down 30%, okay, on what closed and what sold, we only added, our end of month inventory was 1,501. Okay, last year, we've been in a housing shortage for a long time. Honestly, pre-pandemic, we were short. It was a seller's market. But last year at this time, 2,140 homes on the market. This year, 1,501. So buyers definitely have less options, less to look at. So that's down 29%. So that pretty much averages out, Our closed and pending sales are down about 30%, and our listings are down about 30%, our end of the month inventory. Then our month supply of inventory is down to 2 months, so down 7%. So yes, we have less things closing. Yes, we have less things going under contract, but we also have less to look at, less to buy. And the pool of buyers has definitely shrank too because of pricing. A lot of people have been priced out of the market. I was listening to something else today, and it said 31% of people still feel like the market's going to crash. And so that's 1 in 3. Like, guys, the data just doesn't support that. What's happening is you have people that have these amazing interest rates that even if prices go higher, even if things change in the economy, their housing payment is affordable. A lot of times way more affordable than rent. And so they are doing what they can to keep their houses. They don't want to give up that good interest rate. I tell people not to give up that good interest rate. Use it as a rental. Start buying, for each of your kids, if it's possible, get a house. Have someone else pay that mortgage. You're building equity for them, building their college savings plan. Instead of, doing an actual college savings plan, like buy them a house. Have that be their college savings plan. A lot less out of your pocket in the long run for sure, and starts them on that growth factor to wealth. But back to the point that, I'm sorry, I got off track a little bit, that 1 in 3 people still think the market's going to crash. It still just makes me sick for some of the people that in 2020, 2021 were looking at houses and their parents were telling them that we were in a bubble because we had been seeing price appreciation. The parents that had gone through 2008 had been telling their, adult kids that we were in a bubble. And, I had a handful of people that chose, that listened to that information, missed out. And now they can't afford to buy a house and their payments are so much higher. They can't afford to buy as much house. And so is it a worse time to buy than 2020? Yes, it's less affordable. Housing's higher, interest rates are higher. Yes, it's not as good a time as 2020. Are we ever going to get that time back? Probably not. But it's the best time to buy, now within the next 5 years. The cost of waiting is a cost. My children are adults and, finishing school. And when they finish college, they're saving now. Their plan is to buy a house, and I want them to buy a house. Like, I think that is a good investment for them. So you got to think about, it might not be right for you if you have a house that you love and you've got a great interest rate, but you've got to think of people going into the market. It is a good time to buy for a lot of people. Active inventory. Remember, so we were looking at like new listings, end of month listings. We kind of looked at that a little bit. But if you go back to 2019, and I like to go back to 2019 because that was our last normal year before pandemic. So 5,000 homes on the market in Tulsa County. Okay, we're down to 3,147 homes on market. So not quite half, but in that market, I say it was a normal market, but we were still seeing, 2 to 3 offers at a time. Like, it was a seller's market, it was a competitive market, but it was pre-pandemic, so that was a normal market. There's a supply and demand issue for sure. Okay, remember I said month supply by price range. Just looking quickly at the 3 and 4 bedrooms, that entry level price range is less than a month's supply of inventory. 225 to 300, which is, still considered, I would say, entry level. 1.2 for the 3 bedroom, 1.06 for 4. Okay, the 3 to 450, 2 months for a 4 bedroom, 3 months for a 3 bedroom. And so typically a seller's market is balanced when it's between 5 to 6 months is a balanced market. Anything below 5 months supply of inventory is considered a seller's market. Anything above 6 months supply is considered a buyer's market. 450 to 525, okay, 4.6, 4.16. So we are seeing more of a balanced market right there in that price range, 450 to 525, 525 to 700, the same thing in that 4 bedroom mark. We're seeing a balanced market. And then the 700 and up on the 3 bedroom, 4 month supply on the 4 bedroom plus 5 month supply. And then let's just days on market by price range. So, and remember, this is an average. And so we have those outliers, but 14 and 7 for 3 and 4 bedrooms. Yeah, at 1 to 175, 175 to 225, you've got 19, 29. And I like to say, just point out, like, sometimes that days on market in some price ranges, like, a 4 bedroom that's 175 to 225, like, what does that really look like? Okay, 225 to 300, 21 days average for 3 bedrooms, 17 for 4. And you can see that it goes up from here. You might notice this 14 right here at 550 up, but in 550, there's less homes that are going to be 3 bedrooms in that price range. And one more data set I want to go through. Your average list of sales price. So 1 to 175, 3 bedrooms, 99.43, 4 bedrooms, 102, 175 to 225, above list price in that price range. 225 to 300, 3 bedroom, 100%, 4 bedroom, 99.27, 3 to 4 bedroom in the 3 to 400,000 range, 99.4, 98.81, 4 to 550, 98.5, 98.91. and then 550 and up, 97.85 and 99.1. So we're not seeing, we're not seeing significant decreases in list to sales price. Okay, so that wraps up our mid-year market report for the first half of 2023. I hope you found this information helpful. Like I said, I can always drill down more into specific data, but this gives you a great overview of what our local Tulsa area real estate market is like. And I did reference, some of the national data too. But being aware of the data and just having that knowledge is always very beneficial when going to buy and sell your home. And again, if this video was helpful, please hit that thumbs up and like it. And if you're thinking about, buying or selling in Tulsa, Oklahoma, then reach out to me or someone on my team, and we would love to, help you make that seamless move to Tulsa, Oklahoma and show you around.